Check 55, Mike. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. 18. Rush in. Rush in. 55 is my guy. 55. I'm coming for you, son.
19.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, 0. 29.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
14.
Wants the pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Block that.
You can't block me.
Go, 14.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check 25. Check 25. Mike 55. Right there.
Left.
Come on, D. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No. Off.
Go.
Banjo.
What?
Now Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll run for it with Lynch, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Newton. Now he's forced out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Zebra.
Second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, alert.
Back. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Got it.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Good touch.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 81 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
37's the Mike 37.
To throw again. Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 51 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50. Spot that. Gun.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes
It got his man complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. That's complete to White. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary. Completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Right at the 8.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Gray. 8.
Shot.
That's rock now.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
We got this. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run.
36 power.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, 0.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They give it off here to the tight end. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
$54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Go.
Watch the slant.
Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Alert.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
14. 40.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky.
Shiv! Watch the shiv!
Watch out.
8! Gray! 6! Express!
Banjo.
From the 50, Newton. He's got White here. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He got 29 yards that time. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. From the gun, here's Newton. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
25.
54. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Go.
Here's Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 19-yard line.
Throwing here, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Great. 8.
Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say